This episode of JoJo was no exception to all the previous weeks of greatness that we've had. This was a fun episode. Josuke went all in. He was looking rather beat up by the end. He had poles sticking out of his gut as well as his leg, standing up against Kira one-on-one, telling him to draw a stand like back in the Old West where they'd draw their revolvers for that one last shot, but using the stance. It was just so epic, honestly. The fight was really entertaining with how it's such a different final fight than with, say, Dio in part 3. I just feel like it's more interesting and just fun to watch, mainly because we have Josuke and Hayato in the building there just not knowing where Kira is, how he is able to sense where he is with these air pellets that have the bomb attached, when in actuality Hayato actually had Kira's father in his pocket, and how Josuke takes him out by lighting him on fire and then taking the phone away using a raspy voice to get Kira to kill his own father. That was pretty goddamn sadistic and epic, I have to say. But it's just interesting seeing Josuke not knowing where Kira is, and Kira just kind of not knowing exactly where Josuke is after he doesn't have the phone anymore. So it's just interesting how they're so far apart, but it's such an epic, intense battle of them pretty much using their own bombs, where we have Kira using the air pellets for his bombs, but then also Josuke says it in the episode that once his blood becomes hard, it's no longer a part of him, so he's able to attach on these shards of glass his blood, and since he already has his blood on Kira's coat, he's able to use these shards of glass as his own kind of homing mechanism to shoot Kira. And it's such a really interesting, intense battle, and I've said it quite a few times that I love Josuke's power of being able to repair things, and how you never exactly know how he's going to use it. Despite it seeming very simple, he uses it once again in a very interesting way, and he shoots Kira 2 times doing so. And to see Okuyasu come back in, I mean, it was confirmed that he was dead earlier, but apparently he talked to his brother on his way seeing the light, and he said make your own path, and he decided to do that, so he came back alive, which some people are probably going to call either an asshole or doesn't make sense. And my response to that is, when the hell did JoJo ever make sense? JoJo, it has like a little bit of logic, it follows with stands, but I mean, it just kind of does shit as it goes. I mean, we're in a world where people have these magical figures that come out of their body. It's not going to be surprising if there is some sort of heaven and hell as well in this world. So yeah, his soul or whatever the hell it is, mechanism that gets transported to heaven, he decided to put that back in the body. I mean, really, that's not unbelievable to me. That's actually one of the least unbelievable things like this show has done so far. So I'm sure some people aren't gonna like it, but for me, it's like JoJo has done so many weird things and at times even BS things. But really, JoJo is just that show you sit back, you have fun with, and you enjoy the absurdity that it presents to you. But it is very clever at times as well. I mean, Josuke's power itself is clever as fuck, but it's done a lot of stupid things with keeping characters alive, and this is one of the most easy ones I can let pass, just because, like I said, it's not surprising that there is some sort of heaven in this world when we have literal spirits coming out to fight for people. Like, that's not crazy to me. But the episode between Kira, I mean, Kira's done for. 100% Kira's done for. And like I mentioned, I don't see anyone out of the main cast besides Josuke dying, and even at this point, I don't think Josuke is going to die because he does have backup. He has everyone there ready to kick Kira's ass. They're in the middle of the street. Now, some civilians might die and things like that, but in terms of our main cast, I just didn't sense any sense of danger because Josuke can repair anyone as well. Even when Okuyasu dies, his soul gets put back in his body. Like, there's no sense of danger for our main cast, but because of the type of part this is, I'm okay with it, because the Kira stuff is just so interesting and exhilarating to me. It doesn't disappoint me that there isn't that sense of danger for our main cast, but Kira's going to be going at 100% next week, and it'll be interesting how the final episode plays out, because I would think maybe we have 5, maybe 8 minutes left of this battle, and then the rest of the episode will be probably epilogue, closure, things like that. But this episode, it was fun. Like, just seeing how different this final fight is going down to how Dio was in part 3, I like it a lot, and it goes to show that the author of the manga is doing things creative as he goes. He's evolving his parts as he works. He's not doing the same formula, which is something I can respect, as when you have a long-running series, you can get repetitive and formulaic, but between these 4 parts, they've been drastically different, and in my opinion, have improved a lot with each part. We'll have to see how part 5 goes, as I know some people don't like it as much as part 4 and things like that, but when we see that part in the anime form, who knows how I'll feel about it. But so far, like, I just love how different it is, how much it's feeling just new and refreshing, and overall, I like seeing Okuyasu come back. I mean, it was a pretty epic comeback with him being like, I don't know where the hell shit goes when I use my stand on it, but who cares, and just removes the bomb like that. I just thought this episode was fun. I can't wait to see how Kira gets defeated next week, or if somehow he twists fate and everyone dies, but we know that's not going to happen. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on the episode. How are you feeling about Okuyasu coming back? How are you feeling about the Kira fight? And how do you see next week's wrapping up if you're an anime original? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, hit that like button if you did enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, also be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.